We're live.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hyde Park Town Board regular meeting. Today is Monday, December 21st, and it's nice to see you all there, fellow town board members and town clerk. So please join me as we pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, may I have a motion to accept the minutes of the December 7th meeting?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so tonight we do have an executive session. That is the first item on our agenda. So I would like to ask for a motion to enter executive session.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And the purpose is to discuss a personnel issue. Okay, so we will see everyone shortly.
Great.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so may I have a motion to return from executive session?
I make a motion.
A second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No decisions were made. So we're going to go through the roll right into our resolutions. We don't have any workshops tonight, but I would like to ask if we have received any public comment via email to the town clerk.
No, we received one additional one for the Cablevision, which I have on the website and forwarded to each one of you.
Okay.
From Mr. Nichols.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Mhm.
And Neil, do we have anyone registered tonight?
Nobody is registered.
Okay, so let's roll right into the resolutions then.
Resolution 1221-1 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve the release of the balance of escrow from the Town of Hyde Park Zoning Board of Appeals according to resolution number 20-BZ.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Resolution 1221-2 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to reappoint Ann Dexter as a member of the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Ann.
Thanks, Ann.
Stepping up.
Thank you, Ann.
That's a big job, and there's a lot of time that the volunteers invest.
A lot
and
of work.
I really appreciate that.
Resolution 1221-3 of 2020, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to reappoint Victoria KANE as an alternate member to the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Victoria.
Resolution 1221-4 of 2020, resolution authorizing the release of the balance of escrow from the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board according to resolution number 20-B.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 1221-5 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve vacation carryover for Town of Hyde Park Municipal Secretary Barbara Keenan.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 1221-6 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the town board to approve vacation carryover for Town of Hyde Park Zoning Secretary Ann Hampson.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 1221-7 of 2020, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve vacation carryover for Town of Hyde Park Controller Joanne Lone.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I just want to point out that 3 employees did not use their vacation time. They're just so dedicated, and town hall's such a busy place that people still come to work even though they have their vacation time.
Very
All right,
nice.
well, let's do another one then. Resolution 1221
Oh, wait, there's another
8
one. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you.
of 2020, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve vacation carryover for the Town of Hyde Park Senior Account Clerk Christina Norchese.
second,
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 1221-9 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the town supervisor to execute a contract between the Hyde Park President's Youth Football and Cheerleading Program and the town of Hyde Park to run an American Youth Football Conference, AYFAYC, and cheerleading program as part of the town's recreation program for the year 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 1221-10 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the town supervisor to execute a memo understanding with the Hudson River Valley Greenway and Town of Hyde Park for the extension under the 2016 Greenway Conservancy Trail Grant Program.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
resolution 1221-11 of 2020. Resolution authorizing the town of Hyde Park to renew a cable franchise agreement with Cablevision of Loppingers Falls Incorporated to operate a cable system in the town of Hyde Park.
Second.
But before we vote, I know Neil has, and I have talked a lot about this, and he has worked out, a number of important points. So Neil, would you kind of like to speak to those?
Sure. The number one point is actually the most important point, which is this agreement is not exclusive. Any provider is welcome to come to Hyde Park. The town has asked other providers to come here. None have been interested. None have approached the town on their own to say that they want to come into town. FiOS seems to be the provider that most people, most of our residents are desiring to come into town. The town reached out to FiOS to see if they'd come to Hyde Park. They sent us a letter saying they had no plans or interest in expanding into Hyde Park. And in fact, they basically stopped expanding their fiber network back in 2010. So they're concentrating on their wireless business. It's something to really consider is the infrastructure. Optimum, whatever the company they were prior to Cablevision, they're the ones who built it and they own this infrastructure in Hyde Park. So any new provider to come to town would have to install its own infrastructure. This infrastructure is really expensive. It would cost somewhere between $1,500 and $5,000 per home. Hyde Park has 90 miles of road and about 6,300 households. So a new provider would have to invest somewhere from $9 million to $31 million in order to build this infrastructure. And then in order to make good on that investment, a new provider would have to lure away at least a majority of the Optimum's current customers in order to make some sort of profit. And that's a risky thing. And density makes it's extremely risky because as opposed to say a provider providing in a large city. So there's not a lot of customers we're talking about. One thing that was brought up at our town, at a public hearing was the Optimum's prices. The town can't negotiate Optimum's prices. Their prices are the same rate in every market they're in. They're in about 21 states at this point. And so their rates are the same as ours, even in towns where there's competition. Optimum is currently in a year 2 of a 5-year plan to upgrade all of its infrastructure to fiber. This plan was set back by a year because of COVID. It's estimated that Hyde Park will receive this upgrade in 2020. There's no guarantee that Optimum would still upgrade Hyde Park if we didn't sign this agreement. The town was able to negotiate the highest allowable percentage rate for fees payable to the town. These fees go directly into our budget, help keep our taxes low. Negotiating a lower percentage would have no effect on our cable, phone, and internet rates. As I've said before, Optimum's rates are the same in every town, village, and city in all 21 states where its service is offered. We were also able to negotiate a very large sum to improve our meeting broadcasts and accessibility to town residents. Optimum is committing $50,000 to purchase new cameras and audio equipment, as well as add the flexibility combining remote participants with live participants in town hall. And if anything else, COVID has shown us that there's certain advantages to being able to do these remote type meetings, to be able to mix them with live meetings as well, which I think would be a really great advantage for us as we move forward. And then I think finally, and just as important as the first point, which was that this contract is not exclusive, if the town didn't sign this agreement, we didn't gain anything. We could risk not having the infrastructure in town upgraded to fiber. We would risk a lower fee percentage. We would not receive any money for upgrading our meeting equipment. And if Optimum decided to leave Hyde Park due to our lack of commitment, the town would be left with no other cable alternative except for DirecTV satellite and no other viable internet alternative except for Verizon's DSL service, which is actually a lot slower than Optimum's. So I just, hopefully that clears up some things, and anybody's welcome to call me or email me if they have any other questions. I've done a lot of research on this, and just also as a caveat, this is in no way a endorsement of Verizon. It's, of Optimum. It's what we have. It's what we have to work with, and I think we all share. Everyone on the town board shares everyone's frustration with some of the service issues that we all have. So we would love to see someone come in. So if anybody's watching, please contact us, because we would love to see an alternative, at least some competition.
Very nice synopsis, Neil. I would like to just add a couple things. The first being that the public hearing prompted us to write additional letters. We wrote 5 letters that Neil was able to identify possible providers. We actually did receive one back just the other day from AT&T, so I'm going to follow up with them. I don't know where that will go because, again, these are franchise agreements that are controlled by the Public Service Commission. So, but, you know, I'll follow up with them and we'll see if that can lead to any new avenues of possible service. And just to reiterate, and I think you hit this on the head, but, you know, if we didn't sign it, it just would roll over. But we may not get any of the better perks that we are receiving, including the 50,000. So I'm pretty sure you said that, Neil, but I just wanted to reiterate that that the contract would remain in place. So, okay. Oh, Dave, did you want to add something?
Yeah, just one note. Last month, when the gentleman came from Altis and
Yeah.
spoke, I thought that was excellent. They have a lot to go on their customer service, and I think the gentleman came who spoke. They took some heat, but that's okay. They can keep their feet to the fire. Maybe they'll get better customer service. Prices aren't going to change, but at least they'll respond to people's complaints.
Well, I had the experience of having no phone for 2 days and everyone was telling me, emailing me saying, what's wrong with your phone? Why are you on it? You know, it's just getting busy signal for 2 days straight. And I was like, oh, this is so nice. The phone's not ringing. But then,
we can go back to the old days.
so you can, and so if you do go on their website, there is an ability to chat with someone. And
Forget
it. They did chat with me, but then they told
really?
they told me I needed to change my phone number. And that was
They told me to call me right back. I was like,
but miraculously, my husband did call, you know, several hours later, and within an hour it was fixed. So
wow.
I think there is some improvement, and the representative that we had here also called me back. So let's hope that they heard us. We made it very loud and clear what we hope to see improved, and let's hope that happens.
Here's his contact information again. So
Yeah, I got it.
just for people who are out there, you can contact him directly, and he might not get back to you, but he has promised us that he would forward any complaints to customer service. So.
Okay.
Something.
You know, when they came into Hyde Park originally, it gave free cable vision to quite a few people as an advertising gimmick. It was called US Cablevision. I don't know if you remember that name, but they were bought out by Optimum, and then now they're Altis bought them out. But it was free, so they got you on there. Oh, I don't need an antenna anymore. Now you get lousy service.
Dave, you're showing your age now.
Oh no. I didn't have a television when I was a kid. So. And a Philco radio.
Did they have the wheel then?
Hey, I got it almost. I'm still in my 70s though.
Oh, you're just a spring chicken, Dave. We know that. Okay, so we didn't vote on that. So we had a first and a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think we need a roll call vote on that.
Oh, okay. So
Uh-oh.
Donna, might you do that, please?
Councilman Krupnik,
Aye.
Councilman Ray,
I have to say aye.
Councilman Marine,
Aye.
Councilman Schneider,
Aye.
and Supervisor Rohr.
Aye.
Resolution 1221-12 of 2020, resolution authorizing the town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute non-protunct the countywide share service plan.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And
Then we
did
need a motion to
did
add-
we need a,
Okay, so I have a resolution, a motion to add resolution 13 at the dais.
I make a motion?
And a
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so,
resolution 1221-13 of 2020, resolution authorizing the town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Serena Tushler
Tushler.
as a temporary clerk for the town of Hyde Park.
and may I have a second?
Second.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we're really pleased to welcome Serena on board.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's going to be very nice. We're very excited about her joining us, and she's actually going to start tomorrow. And
Terrific.
we have a position that the person is retiring as of January 1st, and so she's going to be able to get some training. And I know she's going to be a great fit for our town, and I'm looking forward to working with her. And I do so good. All right. So
And I think she'll keep you all in shape, because if you don't, then she's a black belt. She'll put a hurting on you.
maybe she can give
I
us some
saw
questions
that.
in the meeting room once COVID.
That's right. She'll put a hurting on you.
Yeah, so it's good. Okay, did we vote on that? Yes.
We did.
Good. Okay. All right. So this is our last meeting of 2020. It's
Crazy.
Wow.
hard to believe. We had a great event that we concluded last night with Marion Bright, and it was a bright spot in what has proven to be a kind of a difficult time period. And weekly we have our update with the county, and today's update was sobering, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Number of cases is up. Hospitalizations is slightly down from a few days back, but it's still fairly high. But the county executive and I and all the supervisors and mayors are joined together, asking people to please keep their holiday celebrations small. There is light at the end of the tunnel. People are receiving the beginnings of the vaccines for healthcare workers and nursing homes, and nursing home workers will be next. And then there's some likelihood that it will be in the beginning of February, or even as early as late January, for those with additional compromised immune systems or particularly vulnerable populations. And then in mid-February, they may actually call out the essential, maybe not essential workers, but some sort of priority employees, maybe highway workers. We're not really sure on that, but it looks like the schedule is moving ahead pretty quickly. So if we can just hang on a few more months, I think that we're all going to be doing pretty well.
Speaking of highway workers, I think we owe a real big sense of gratitude to Howie Fisher, our highway superintendent, and his crew. And just such a phenomenal job they did with this snowstorm.
Yep. Sure
Really
did.
very nice.
I was planning to do the Marion Bright tour later, and then we had the snowstorm, and so I actually had to do it on Saturday, and every road was clear.
Yeah.
And you get past the village, you get past 9 and 9G, and these roads are tough. I mean, how they did 90 miles of our roads, just
Phenomenal.
brilliant.
They're amazing.
Yep.
Yep, we're pretty darn lucky.
They're
So,
professional, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
okay, everyone. So, happy holidays.
Merry
Take
Christmas.
care. We'll see everyone. Our organizational meeting will be January 4th.
See you next year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
Thank you.
I have a motion
Merry
to adjourn.
Christmas.
Wait, I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
Second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, bye, everyone.
Aye.
Bye.
See you in
Good night.
July.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.